morning. Welcome to 365 Days of Richer Living, daily morning reading, meditation, and prayer time. My name is Reverend Rafe Ellis. I am the Senior Minister and Spiritual Leader at Columbia Center for Spiritual Living in Columbia, Maryland. This morning is April 27th. Victory for me is certain, for God permeates my world. And the scriptural reference for this morning's reading comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 13. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Established in truth, I see God everywhere. Around me, within me, beneath me, above me, God is the reality of my being. I live in a perfect presence. I am acted upon by a perfect power. I am living a life divine. The glory of the Lord is upon me, and I appreciate my blessings. In my experience today, the kingdom, the power, and the glory of truth are dominant. Victory for me is certain, for God permeates my world. This victory is easy, for within me there is a divine center that knows no evil and cannot accept evil. As I relax from all tension and let God's mind rule my thinking, I find that all things work together for good. There is no battle to be fought, for life moves through me with direction and purpose, and I let my good happen. I speak with the voice of truth, and my words establish good. I hear only the truth, and my mind is centered in peace. I feel the encircling presence of love. I know that life is worthwhile, and I enjoy every moment of it. Ceasing joy is my lot. Unceasing joy is my lot, for I am finding God everywhere. My present world is heaven, and I live in it as a spiritual being. I delight in finding good everywhere I look. I enjoy the feeling of spiritual security. I am free of fear and strong in faith. I know that only God acts in my life today. Unto me is revealed the riches of the kingdom of heaven. All power is given unto me to use rightly. Glorious opportunities unfold before me. The eternal mind whispers in my ear the sweet ideas of truth. I am free from the past, at peace in the present, and secure in the future. So let us take that into our time of contemplation and meditation. With this breath, I recognize one infinite, eternal, ever-present power. One eternal, ever-present substance, source, activity. One creation, one power, one presence, one love, one life that is infinite. And by infinite, I am recognizing that it cannot be measured. It is whole. And by whole, I am recognizing that it is lacking nothing, that it is complete as it is. That it is perfect, that nothing within it requires correction or change. And in truth, it is this unformed, changeless something that is everything. This substance, that liquid substance, is the best frame I know to put it in. It moves and shapes and is forever moving, never stagnant. It is liquid in its movement. It is malleable, and yet it is changeless. That what it is never changes. How it expresses is constantly changing, is never the same. It expresses itself in form, in function, in experience, in mental images, in physical images, in thought, in imagination, in desires of the heart. All this one expressing itself, expanding its experience of itself. This is all there is. There is one life. By whatever name we call it, it is beyond capturing in a name. Because a name is finite. A name comes with an idea of what something is. And this infinite, eternal beingness is beyond what we can capture and conceive of in a single label. It is all ideas and so much more. It is God, it is Buddha, it is Allah. It is Great Spirit, the great mystery. It is no thing, it is everything. It is each thing. It is formed and formless. It is truly all there is. I am that in form. Life, God, whatever we call it. There is one life. In this moment, I choose to call it God. God is my life, not my perception of God, but this infinite, eternal, changeless substance and activity of creation, God, is my life. It thinks my thoughts, it dreams my dreams, it breathes my breath, beats my heart. It literally is the life of me, living itself as me. It is the eternal aspect traveling in the temporal physical body. No longer willing to view life as a spiritual and human experience, but rather understanding that it is spirit as human. One as. And so understanding that, allowing that accuracy, that truth to permeate my human thoughts allows me to recognize the wholeness of life. That everything is part of the whole. That just as this physical body contains billions and billions of specialized cells, all designed to be individualized and to do what is theirs to do for the wholeness, the harmonious operation of this body. All of creation is individualized cells in the body of the infinite being, each designed to perform its specialized function according to its calling, according to its divine design to function as its individualized expression of the infinite. I am a cell in this body of the infinite, the wholeness of life. And so I commit myself to function in alignment with that harmonious operation of the one, to function within the wholeness of this one eternal body that sometimes I call God, and sometimes I call life, and sometimes I just sense its presence and call it nothing. I surrender every thought of separation. And by surrender, I am recognizing that I don't have to fight anymore to make it go away. I simply let go. I simply stop using the ideas and fill that space with thought that is accurate, that is in alignment with the truth of my being. One whole, perfect and complete. One whole, perfect and complete. This is what and who I am. This is true of all life, because what is true of one must be true of all. In the accuracy of one, what is true of one must be true of all, because all is one. By one and whole, we are recognizing the inseparability of life, while simultaneously recognizing the individualization of life, the malleability of life to create. The magnificence of it literally blows my human mind. The brain that operates this individualized expression. And yet, something deep within recognizes. It recognizes itself. It is the self recognizing the self, raising the self, bringing the divine self more into awareness, more into practice, more into day-to-day life as a conscious, intentional, purposeful practice of the presence of the I am within the I am. This is my yes. To pray without ceasing, to move through each day, fully aware in each moment that God, life, is interacting with itself, that there is only one relationship, and that is the self relating to the self, inward, outward, around, above, below, beneath, whatever word we put on it, it's only one. And so it must be interacting and reacting and relating to itself at all times. So I allow myself to be in perfect relationship with myself today, in whatever form, individualized forms, the I am presents itself. I am committed to loving. I am committed to seeing. I am committed to being fully present, to moving beyond behavior, to see and connect and be with each being from the center of my being, which is the center of their being, to move everything else out of the way and allow a level of connection that renders this physical world less important, and yet still recognizes that this too is God. It's all God. It's all God. So today I choose to see all God. I choose to know all God. I choose to find God in those spaces and ideas and places and moments where my humanity, my conditioned thinking tells me it's not there. Because if it's all God, it must be there. And so I choose to find it. I choose to see it. Not find it as going on a treasure hunt, but find it as becoming aware of it. Its presence, which is always there. And there is always here. This beautiful dance of words. Ah. And so I give thanks. I give thanks that law, the operation of creation, the activity of this one, always acts upon the ideas, the desires, the imagination of the one. It is that aspect of the one that simply operates, it simply does. It is the doer that does without knowing what it does. It simply receives the idea and acts upon them, never filtering. It acts the same for every individualized expression of creation. It is no respecter of persons, places, or things. It is simply the actor. It is that aspect of the infinite that always says yes to itself, that sees and hears and receives the imagination, the desire, the impulse, and says yes and makes it happen. And it's instant. There's no waiting period. There's no qualifying application. There's just acting. There's the law of activity, law of response, law of circulation, law of reciprocity, whatever we call it. It is just that aspect of the infinite that responds and makes it so, and has already done so. The word spoken, the word conceived, the word believed is the word fulfilled. There's no waiting period. It's done. And so I let go. There's nothing for this human to do. And so I remind my brain that there's nothing for it to do, that its job is to mentally let go, empowered by the faith that already knows it's complete. The mental, the brain can let go. Nothing for this human to do except move through my day in 100% anticipation of experiencing the word fulfilled. To not look for it with did it happen, but to be open to experience it because it happened. So I let go. I let go. I live in the gratitude of faith. Ashe. Shalom. Aho. Amin. Amen. And so it is.